Hello, my name is Oliver Glanz and I'm a professor of Old Testament at Andrews University. In this tutorial, I would like to show you how to construct complex word searches in Logos Bible software. So we are here now in our Logos installation, and I would like to put our attention here to a specific construction that we find in Genesis 12, a very famous text in verse 2. Vayesecha, and I will make you a legoi towards or as a nation, Gadol, a great one, and I bless you, and I will bless you, Va'avarecha ba'agadela, and I will make great your name, Shemacha, and then, and you shall be, and you have to be, and you shall be a blessing. Now, the whole thing continues then in verse 3, and it says, and I command, and I command myself to bless mevarechecha, the ones who are blessing you. So we are particularly interested here in this case, where we have basically two times the same root being used, barach, to bless, but in different verbal tenses. So this is basically allowing us to demonstrate how complex searches are put together in Logos. Now we are going to use the Hebrew text as for our sample, but the same principles apply for Greek text. Now before we start, I want to make sure that you get reminded about the fact that the syntactical analysis that is behind this BH SESB 2.0 version is not accessible at this moment in Logos. This is a great pity because it's, I think, the best syntactical database that is available out there, and Logos has promised for years to make it available. That promise has not yet been fulfilled. They are continuing to promise that, so I hope in the near future we will finally get access again. We had access actually to that in the past. We will finally get access to that again. Now, okay, good. Let's go to our syntactical database that we have available, and this is the Anderson-Forbes database. Now, this Anderson-Forbes database, as you see here, the clause visualization being opened, allows us to basically construct a syntactical query or even a word-based query that helps us to find what we want to find. So in order to put together the query, we go here to the search button, click the search button, and then we click here the syntax search style. We are not actually constructing a syntax search at this moment. We are just doing a more complex word search, so you don't have to understand anything of the syntactical parsings that the Anderson-Forbes database offers you, but you can use this similar to the construct window in Accordance Bible software to construct complex word relations. Okay, so new search. Now, as we do this new search, you will notice that when we add items, that some codes are used here that might not that easily be accessible. For example, segment. Well, segment is basically a word another term for word. So we want to search for any verse where we have two instances of the same root, but they don't share the same verbal tense. So our first word should be a verb, so we don't specify the lexeme. We're searching for any verb. So we just say that it's supposed to be a verb. It's a verb, and then we're searching for another word, which is also a verb. Okay, good. There we have the second verb. And now we want to define the relationship between those two verbs. What we want to say is that, we scroll all the way down here, that they agree with regard to lexemes. The lemma is that they should have the same lemma. So you click here on the category that they should agree with, so lexeme, and then agrees with segment 1. So now segment 2, which is word 2, agrees with word 1 in regard to the lexeme, namely that they should share the same lexeme. But they should not be identical with regard to their tense. So you click here on text, and the Anderson Forbes database calls tense voice, so we choose voice here. So, and they should disagree. So now we have them disagree. You see, voice is not identical to word number one's voice. Now, let's also allow for some spacing in between those two words. So we have a word in between, and we allow how many words? Let's say 0 to 10 words to appear in the midst. So we go scroll all the way up, and now we have 0 to 2 words. So actually, okay, well, either language is fine. Okay, good. So now let's run our query. It will take a while. Again, Logos is a little bit slower than Accordance, but fast enough. So, oh yeah, what we didn't do is, you see, we didn't highlight our words. So let's go back here to our query, and then let's say the first word should be highlighted and the second word should be highlighted. Okay, good. Let's run the query now. And what we should see now is that we have the same root. You see here, Vaichulu and Vaichal. We have also here Genesis 12:3, our case, Va'avaracha, and then the Nefer form of Barach. Interestingly, the participle form is not shown here, well, but it's shown here, you know, Va'avaracha and Barach, and then Niv Rehu. So we find all these cases where we have similar, where we have the identical lexemes, but where the verbal tense is not agreeing with each other. So now we could say, let's try to find all those cases where we have as the first verb a participle form. So we say a verb and then choose the participle. Let me see, participle, they have a couple of categories for participle, so we just choose all of them. And now we are searching for any case where we have first a participle, and then we have the same root, the same lexeme being used, but it's not supposed to be participle. So here you see all those cases. So shofech, participle, but yishafech, nifal, yiktol form. Or here, participle, and then again, nifal, barach form of farua, and then ferawa. Here again, mitaher, let's say participle, and then here in PL form, Vekatal form. Okay, so when you wanted to construct complex searches, go and click on the dedicated search button up here, and then choose for the syntax search, and that will allow you to construct word relations in a much more complex fashion than what you can do on the command line in your morphology search right here. Okay, I hope that helped you. See you. Bye.